Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Jnanatimirandasya Jnananjanasulakaya Chakkhurunimilitanjena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manobishtam Sthapitam Jena Bhutale Soyam Rupa Kadama Iham Dadati Swapadandikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Juta Padakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavanam Cha Shirupam Sagrajatam Sagana Siragunatam Vitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Prijana Saitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padan Sagana Laitam Sri Visakhamitam Cha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dina Bandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namastute Sapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Suto Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vancha Kalpatrivasya Kurpa Sindhuveva Patitanam Pavanabhya Vaishnavya Namo Namah Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prestaya Bhutale Srimati Bhakti Vedanta Swamiti Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Sunyabadi Pasat Desatarine Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Sri Vasadi Gauravakta Vunda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. So thank you very much. So welcome to the Srimad Bhagavatam classes. That is the Canto 1, Chapter 7, the prayers by Queen Kunti. This is a very important subject topics because this is the first prayer of Srimad Bhagavatam. So, and Kunti's Devi prayers is very simple yet very profound, glorifying the Lord in a various way. So let us learn these beautiful prayers by Kunti in this chapter of first canto, 8th chapter of first canto. So, with the starting as just a background of starting with Kunti prayer, let me, yeah. So the background is that so the background of this prayer is that when the previous chapter, the son of Dronacharya, the Aswasthama was punished because he threw a Brahmastra. Actually, he very treacherously killed after the war of Kurukshetra, when Duryodhan was in a very painstakingly, he was lying down with a broken thigh. So Aswasthama was appointed as the general, and he treacherously and very atrociously killed the innocent son of Draupadi, five sons of Draupadi, while they were sleeping. So it was not at all necessary. Duryodhan also was not happy with these things. So when the Pandavas came to know, they were all crying, very despondently crying, particularly Draupadi, the mother of the five sons. And Arjuna vowed to bring the Aswasthama. So Arjuna and Krishna chase Aswasthama, and seeing that Arjuna and Krishna is chasing, so he invoked the Brahmastra, but he did not know how to withdraw it actually. Then, because the influence and the potency, impact of the potency or glare of Brahmastra, everybody feeling very scorching, because Brahmastra is like an atomic bomb. It has so much so much light, so much emanation is going on, so much glare actually. So, but Krishna, on advice of Krishna, Arjuna was bewildered that what to do. On the advice of Krishna, Arjuna also threw a Brahmastra to withdraw it. And they captured Aswasthama, and they decided to kill, because although his father is great personality, Dronacharya also is a military teacher of Pandavas, but Aswasthama behaved very barbarous way, very, denounced way, very abhorrently behaved, very maliciously behaved. Therefore, Krishna and Arjuna decided to kill. But Draupadi interfered because he is the son of Brahmana, also son of the teacher of Pandavas. In this way, they have forgiven them, but by by removing this ornament from the head and also cut his hair. So, but Asustama was very much, got insulted. And again, he wanted to take revenge, invoke the Brahmastra. Towards the womb of the Motara, where the last member of Kuru dynasty, Parikit Maharaj, they are in the womb. So then, what happened? Let us know in this particular subject matter that how Krishna saved by going inside the womb of the Uttara, and by seeing this extraordinary potency, extraordinary attribute of the Supreme Lord, Kunti Devi offered his heartfelt prayer to Krishna. So let us know this let us know this subject matter. So we can see this prayer of Kunti in Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 1.8. It has got fourth theme. So Krishna pacified the Pandavas. So what happened after killing? Sutta Goswami said that thereafter Pandavas desiring to deliver the water to the dead relatives who had desired it, and went to the Ganges with Draupadi ladies walk in front. So what happened? All of them, they went to this custom. This custom of Hindu is that society, particularly or Vedic society, to go to the Ganges and any other sacred river to take bath when death occurs in the family, each of the family members. So in the war, actually, when the death of the Pandavas' sons, son of Pandavas happened. All this, after punishing the Dronacharya, all the members, Pandavas and Draupadi, they all went to Ganges to take bath. Having lamented over them and sufficiently offered Ganges water, they bathed in the Ganges. Those water is sanctified due to being mixed with the dust of the lotus feet of the Lord. So they went to Ganges because in the war of Kurukshetra, which is very, very, history, there's a very great war in the history of the world, where millions of people died in both the sides. So in order to, there's a custom of going to rivers. So they all went to Ganges river and offer oblation, offer the Ganges water, and they bathed in the Ganges water. And Ganges water, why? Because Ganges is very sanctified. Why Ganges is sanctified? When the Bamandev came as the incarnations, and he wanted the 3 steps from the Bali Maharaj, who conquered the entire universe. So in the first step, he conquered all this earthly planetary system. In second step, he went to the heavenly planetary system. And when he was covering this whole entire the heavenly 14 planetary system, that time his thumb penetrate the border of this material world. As a result, the water from the causal oceans comes to the earth and it becomes Ganges. In upper planetary system it is called Bhagirathi, but on the earth it is called as Ganges. So Ganges is coming from the lotus feet, touching the lotus feet of the Supreme Lord. Therefore it is sanctified, because the lotus feet of the Lord is the sum total of all pilgrimage precious. It is very auspicious. Therefore all the devotees seeking the lotus feet of the Lord. So therefore Ganges water is very, very, very sanctified, very pure. They are said the king of Kurus, Maharaj Yudhishthira, along with his younger brother and the Tarashtra, Gandhari, Kunti and Draupadi, all overwhelmed with grief. Lord Krishna was also there. Citing the stringent law of Almighty and the reaction of a living being, Lord Sri Krishna and the Munis became to pacify those who were shocked and affected. Because in this historical war of Kurukshetra, the millions people died. So here it is said that the Pandavas were very grief-stricken, very shocked, very saddened by the demise or loss of their relatives, kith and kins. After all, it is a fratricidal war. The war is, among the families. So the loss is actually unbearable, personal loss. So therefore they were very much lamenting for the loss of their kith and kins, their members who died in this battlefield of Kurukshetra. But they were being pacified by all these Muni, the sages, and the Krishna himself by saying that this is the reaction of all the things, the stringent law of the material nature. So material nature has got a stringent pattern, stringent law, just like Newtonian law of action. Every action got the equal and opposite. So the law of action and material law also is working under the guidance of the Supreme Lord, and it is a stringent law. As you sow, so you reap. According to karma, one can get this result. One can be a Bill Gates, one can be a gatekeeper, one can be a Ambani, one can be a rickshaw puller, one can be a pauper, one can be a prince, one can be a saint, one can be a sinner. So all these varieties is according to our karma. According to karma. As you sow, so you reap. So Bhagavad Gita or this law of nature is working under that condition. As you sow, so you reap. The karma yoga, it is said that. Therefore, it is advised that our karma should be dovetailed in some such a way that it should not yield any result. In this regard also, it is stated in these beautiful verses in Bhagavatam, Bhagavad Gita, how the stringent law of karma is working. It is stated in 4, 16, 17, chapter 4, 17, that Krishna says, Karmono hi api bodhavyam, bodhavyam cha vikramana, akarmanna cha bodhavyam, gahana karmana gati. So the intricacy of actions and action are very hard to understand. Therefore, we should know properly what action is, what forbidden action is, what inaction is. So all these things are very intricacy, stringent law. Therefore, we have to be very careful. Whatever you do, you will get it back. It is stated that karmani arvate yanam puman iha vyayatam amrutayena dehena justani sad anusvete. The result of whatever living it does in this life are enjoyed in the next life. So karma is always there. The stringent law. As you sow, so you reap. We may forget, but karma will not forget. The law of nature will act accordingly. It will not spare anybody. So this is the point the Muni, the Rishis are telling. This is a very stringent law of nature and nobody can go. Krishna says the law of nature is very, the Maya is Mama Maya Duratai. The material nature is very stringent. It will not spare anybody. So the clever Duryodhana and his party cunningly usurped the kingdom of Yudhishthira, who had no enemy, by the grace of the Lord. And recovery was executed, and unscrupulous king who joined Duryodhana were killed by him. Others also died, the duration of life having decreased for their rough handling of the hair of Queen Draupadi. So this is very important things, because in the war, during the war, they have done so much bad things, they have committed so much abominable thing. They have usurped the kingdom of the Duryodhana treacherously, unlawfully. They have tried to kill them in Lakhyagraha. They have insulted their wife. So by doing such, their duration of life minimized. So sinful, those who are sinful, and their duration of life is minimized. Therefore, the Varnashrama system is there, where this institution of Varnashrama is very scientific, because it's the protection of Brahmana. Brahminical culture, cow, protection of women, this all the thing is institution of Varnashrama system. This is Vedic system. Sanatana Dharma means Varnashrama system, 4 Varnas, 4 ashrama, to protect all these people, old men, children, women. But when there is a discrepancy in Varnashrama system, then there is a discrepancy in or chaos in society. Duryodhana and party, they were all did not follow the systems. As a result, the consequences is very drastic. The repercussion is very drastic. They have to lose their life. entire dynasty was wiped out, along with so many kings died. So after that, Lord Krishna did the Aswamadha Yajna conducted by Maharaj Yudhishthira. So that and he made the Duryodhan. See, this is the thing that Jaisam Pakhe Janardhana Jayatu Pandavan. Jayatu Pandava Jaisam Pakhe Janardhana. Wherever there is Krishna, there is a victory. So within 18 days, Krishna has wiped out, exterminated all these redundants, all the unnecessary kings, all the Duryodhan and company, and made the Yudhishthira Maharaj as a Chakravarti Samrat, the emperor of the whole world. So that is the thing. When we are surrendered to Krishna, wherever Krishna is, there is a victory. He himself declared that Nami Bhakta Pranasati. So in this way, when they were all settled, Lord Krishna then prepared for his departure. When Krishna made his devotees, Pandavas, settled, and all this justice, because he has appeared, Krishna has appeared for the purpose of paritranaya sadhuna vinasaya dushkitam dharma sansthapanarthaya, to establish the religion, principle of religion. When he saw that all these redundant, unnecessary kings, they were wiped out, they were died, killed, then he made this Yudhishthira Maharaj the emperor of the entire universe. After that, he is prepared to leave, departure to Dwaraka. He invited the son of Pandu after having been worshipped by the Brahmanas, headed by Srila Vasudev. The Lord also reciprocated greeting. As soon as he seated himself on the chariot to start Dwaraka, he saw that Uttara hurrying towards him. So Lord was now happy that his devotee now ruling, now dharma has been established. So his business is completed. Now he wanted to take departure, take a leave from Pandavas, from Hastinapur to Dwaraka, his own kingdom. So here it is said that Krishna, while departure time, he was worshipped by the Brahmana. Why? Because ordinarily Krishna is Kshatriya and Brahmanas are not supposed to worship the Kshatriya. But they knew Krishna is not just the Kshatriya, but he is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Srila Vasudev, who is the compiler of the Bhagavatam, he knew the position, the supremacy, the supreme position, the towering position of the Supreme Lord Krishna. Therefore, they worship Krishna before departure. So at that time, when Krishna was sitting on the chariot, the Uttara, the mother of Abhimanyu, mother of Parikshit and wife of Abhimanyu, or grandson of his granddaughter-in-law, the daughter-in-law of Arjuna. So he was coming and crying, Pahi pahi mam yogin deva deva jagatpate nanyam tadabhayam pasya etra mrityu prapassanam. Uttara said, O Lord of the Lords, Lord of the universe, you are the greatest mystic. Please protect me, protect me. There is no one else who can save me from the clutches of death in this world of duality. So here, although the Pandavas were very great warrior, but but Uttara knew the position of the Supreme Lord. He directly came to Krishna. My Lord, you are the Supreme Lord, Supreme Powerful, please protect me. Because why he is crying and she was approaching Krishna? Because that time the Brahmastra was thrown to womb of the Uttara in order to kill Parikshit Maharaj by Aswastama, the cruel Aswastama. This is the very good thing, that to surrendering to the right person. Even Gajendra did not pray when he was being attacked by crocodile. He did not pray to any demigods. He prayed direct to the Supreme Lord, greatest of all. Therefore Lord came and rescued him. Same thing happened to the Draupadi. When Draupadi was in a danger, nobody could help, but he surrendered to the Supreme Lord, completely surrendered, and prayed very heartfelt prayer. Hearing this heartfelt prayer of the Draupadi in the very inauspicious, vicious assembly of Kuru, when he was being disrobed, she was being disrobed Lord came and give the unlimited length of cloth to protect her honor. So that is the devotee's consideration, that they will not approach anyone but Supreme Lord Krishna. They know the position of the Krishna as omnipotent. Nobody can be greater powerful than. So here also Uttara says that Pahi Pahi Mam, Pahi Pahi Mahajogin Deva Deva Jagatpate. You are the Jagatpate. Jagatpate means Lord of the universe. Greatest of mystic, Mahajogin. Protect me, protect. There is no one else who can save me from the clutches of death in this world of duality. Nobody. Only Krishna is the protector of everyone. My Lord, you are all powerful. A fiery iron arrow is coming towards me fast. My Lord, let it burn me personally if you so desire, but please do not let it burn about my embryo. Please do me in this favor, my Lord. So this is the thing that the Ashwasthama, what happened? He was throwing this weapon towards the embryo of Uttara in order to kill the last member of this dynasty, Kuru dynasty. So, therefore, Uttara is praying, let this, whatever it is coming, the weapon, let this weapon kill me, but please save me my embryo, the child, Parikit, in the womb, in my womb. Sutta Goswami said, having patiently heard her words, Lord Krishna, who is always very affectionate to his devotee, could at once understand that Ashwasthama, the son of Dronacharya, had thrown the Brahmastra to finish the last life in the Pandavas' family. So Parikit Maharaj was the last life of Pandava's family, because Draupadi's son already killed, were already killed. So Krishna, who knows the omniscient, who knows everything past, present, future, he knew that it was the work of act of very obnoxious, nefarious act of Ashwasthama. So, O foremost among the great thinker Muni, seeing the glaring Brahmastra proceeding towards them, the Pandavas took up their 5 prospective weapons. The Almighty Personality of God, Sri Krishna, having observed that a great danger was befalling his unalloyed devotee, who were fully surrendered to the soul, at once took up his Sudarshan disc to protect them. Lord of the Supreme Mysticism, Sri Krishna reside within everyone's heart as the Paramatma. As such, just to protect the progeny of Kuru dynasty, he covered the embryo of Uttara by his personal energy. So, this is the thing. When Brahmastra, supreme weapon, like a atom bomb, released by Ashwasthama, is like a similar to nuclear weapon. So that time Krishna, what he did, he as a Paramatma, he covered the embryo by his internal potency. As a result, the Brahmastra could not do any harm to the embryo or womb of Uttara, could not destroy it. The glories of Virkupan, although the supreme Brahmastra weapon released by Ashwasthama was irresistible, without check or counteraction, it was neutralized and foiled when confronted by the strength of Vishnu. Therefore, Krishna is that supreme, Aisharyasya Samagrama, Veerasya Jasasya, Veera, supremely strengthful. Nobody can excel the Lord in strength. Although Brahmastra is very, efficacious, very powerful, it won't fail, impeccable, very efficacious, but still it could not do anything, any harm. It was neutralized and foiled by the strength of the Lord Krishna, the supremely powerful Lord. Lord is supremely powerful. Nobody can. Asamauddha. He is telling Natasya Sama Nadishchate. O Brahmana, do not think that to be especially wonderful an activity of the mysterious, infallible personality of Godhead. By his own transcendental energy, he creates, maintains, and annihilates all material things, although he himself is unborn. So, the Lord, it is not such a wonderful act for the Lord, because Lord is creating many presents. So, Lord is the creator, maintainer, and destroyer of the thing. For this kind of things is very, very small thing, petty thing, very trivial matter for the Lord. I mean, not a puny things for the Lord. To nullify, to neutralize, to foil this Brahmastra released by the, thrown by the released by the Aswasthama. Thus saved from the radiation of the Brahmastra, Kunti, the chaste devotee of the Lord, and her 5 sons Draupadi addressed the Lord Krishna as he started for home. So here Kunti Devi is starting praying. Kunti Devi is showing her gratitudes in this prayer. Also he is feeling separation. She is feeling separation that Krishna is now going to leave. So therefore Kunti Devi is nicely praying. First of all, he obeises to the original personality. Kunti Uvacha Namaste Purusham Todyam Ishwaram Prakate Param Alakhyam Sarvabhutana Antar Bahiravastitam. Srimati Kunti said, O Krishna, I offer my obeisance unto you because you are the original personality and are unaffected by the qualities of material world. You are existing both within and without everything, yet you are invisible to all. So here it is said that, first of all, Kunti Devi is very nicely playing that Namasya Purusham Todyam, offering obeisances, although Kunti Devi in relation is like a mother, like Devaki and Yashoda, his aunt, the sister of his father, Vasudeva. She is like an aunt, is a mother status. But not only that, when Krishna was departing, actually Krishna was taking the blessings by touching the feet of Kunti Devi. But after this act, it's just a complete different. Kunti Devi is now paying obeisances, offering obeisances to the Krishna. Because Kunti Devi knows that Krishna is not just I am the aunt of Krishna, but Krishna is Supreme Personality of Godhead. Therefore, he is starting with Namaste Purusham Todyam. You are the personality. Purusham means enjoyer. Purusha and Stri who enjoyed. Purusham means you are enjoyer. There are so many Purushas. But Kunti Devi here distinguished by saying Purusham tu Adyam. You are the original personality. Ishwara Parama Krishna Sachidananda Vigrahanadiri Adiri Govindaya Sarvakarana. You are not the Purusha. Everybody is Purusha nowadays. I mean, all living entities thinking they are Purusha enjoyer. Of course, they are all feminine, but thinking. It is stated in Bhagavad Gita that how everybody bewildered and thinking that they are Purusha. So it is stated that everybody thinking that they are Purusha. But you are Todyam, Purusha Todyam, you are the original Purusha. And you are Ishwaram. Ishwaram means controller. There are so many controllers. But you are Ishwara Prakate Param. You are that Ishwara Parama Ishwara, supreme controller. Beyond this material, many people are controlling this material world. Lord Shiva, Lord Brahma, Indra, Chandra. Indra is controller of rain. Varuna is controller of water. Vayudev is controller of air. There are so many controllers. Government is controlling, husband is controlling, wife is controlling, the lover is controlling. There is controller in this material. But you are this controller who is beyond this. Prakate Param. Prakate means beyond this material nature. You are this, that means you are supreme controller. That is also stated that these beautiful verses in Bhagavatam also Krishna say, Bhagavad Gita, Krishna say that I am not inside this, I am transcends to this modes of matter. Trivir gunamai bhaver evai sarvam idam jagat mohitam na vijananti mam abhyam paramam abhyam. So here Lord say that deluded by three modes, goodness, passion, and ignorance, the whole world does not know me, who am above the modes of inexhaustible. So he is beyond this. Prakate Param. You are supreme. You are beyond this Narayana Parabhyakta. You are not under the control of the modes of material nature. So this is the position of the Lord Kunti Devi telling. You are not ordinary just Purusham. You are not ordinary Ishwara. You are Parameshwara. You are Ishwaram Prakate Param Alakhyam Sarvabhutanam. Alakhyam Sarvabhutanam means that, but you are not visible Sarvabhutana means living entity. So you are not visible to all living entity. Antar bahir avastitam. Although you are the inside and you are also outside. You are inside as a super soul. Ishvara sarvabhutana mudhyasya tishtati. Outside also you are there. You have appeared in an incarnation, appeared as Krishna, expansion, you have so many incarnations you are coming. But nobody knows you. You are not visible to everyone. Krishna say also that I will not be, I am not obliged to be visible to everyone. He reserved the right not to be visible to everyone. 725 he said that Naham Sarvasya Prakasa Jogomaya Samabrita. So Krishna say that Naham Sarvasya Prakasa Sarvasya Jogomaya Samarbita. Samabrita Mudhayam Navijananti Lokomam Ajam Abhayam. So Krishna say here that I am never manifest to the foolish and unintelligent. For them I am covered by internal potency. Therefore they do not know that I am unborn inexhaustible. So I am never manifest to foolish. Foolish people cannot know the Krishna. It's not like that God is so cheap, and sometimes they claim that, can you show me God? God is not so cheap that he will open the door and handshake, I am Mr. God. No. The supreme position of the Lord, you should understand that. Just like we cannot approach a prime minister or a very great personality. We have to go through a secretary or something. We have appointment. We should be qualified to see also. Not that any Tom, Dick and Harry can see. Similarly, to see the law, we need the qualification. We have to be qualified to see the Lord. Otherwise, there is no. Although he is everywhere. Ekapya saura chaitam jagadanda koti koti swasesa vasudadi vibhuti vannam. Yaschakirasti jagadanda chayandantandantarasta paramanu chayantarastam govindam. He is everywhere, even in atom. Outside, inside, everything. Everything, everywhere, but cannot see. But the mudha, avajananti mama mudha manosim tanu asritam. They do not know the position of the supreme position of the Lord. They deride that, oh, he is a human form like, or maybe little better, little powerful personality. But here Kunti Devi is clear the fact, the position of the Lord, that he is everywhere. Although he is everywhere, inside and outside, but is not visible to everyone. And the next verses is revealing that why you are not visible. What made that you are not visible? Maya javanikachakam Maya javanikachanam agnya dukkhajababhayam nalokasya muradirsa noto natadharajatha. Very beautiful verses. Being beyond the range of limited sense and perception, you are eternally irreproachable factor, covered by the curtain of deluded energy. You are invisible to foolish observer, exact as an actor dressed as a player is not recognized. So this is a very nice thing has been given. Maya Jabanika means curtain, Maya means deluding. So just like there is a curtain, we cannot see. In a temple, curtain means we cannot see the deity if a curtain is covered. When curtain is opened, we can see. So when the deluding curtain, Maya Javanika, when Maya, just like we cannot see the sun when there is a cloud, when cloud is dissipated, removed, then we can see. Similarly, Kunti Devi is saying that those who are agnya, foolish, no knowledge, dull-headed, mudha, they cannot see. Agnya dukkhadam abhayam. They cannot see you because you are covered with his deluded curtain. They cannot. They do not know. Nalakhyasa mudha dursa, noto notyadhara. Just like a child, he sees that his father is acting. He knows his father, but when father is in the stage and acting as some character, a child also cannot recognize. Similarly, you are like natonatya dharajatha. You are like an actor. And therefore you are not recognized. Although you are appeared as Krishna, but many people do not know. Na lakshasya mudha. Mudha do not know that. They have no idea what is God, what is the potency of the God. They think that, oh God, how the God came as a just human being, how the God is, under. They're thinking God can control, can appear in this material world. They have no idea. Even Brahma also sometimes bewildered that how Krishna is just like playing with the cowherd boys, like ordinary cowherd boys. But Krishna showed him that his position, supreme position. So it is stated beautifully, it is stated in this regard that this to see the Lord is very, very, not easy things to see the Lord. This beautiful verses it is stated here. My Lord, you are not very much satisfied when you are worshipped by the demigods who are arranged for your worship very pompously with various paraphernalia. But we are full of, but who are full of material anchoring as the super soul, you are situated in the heart of all living beings. Just to show them your causeless mercy, you are their eternal well-wisher. But you are unavailable for the non-devotee. Krishna has reserved the right. For the devotee, he can see. The next verses, Kunti Devi is now revealing who can see you. Now he is saying that who cannot see you, although you are everywhere. But the mudha, the foolish non-devotee, they cannot see you. That is not possible for them to see. Krishna also spoke to Uddhava in these beautiful verses. My dear Uddhava, a person dedicated to sense gratification obtained through the honoring the Vedic rituals cannot understand that I am situated in everyone's heart. That entire universe is non-different from me and emanates from me. Indeed, they are just like a person whose eyes are covered by fat. Beautiful verses. And why they cannot see? Krishna is situated. Krishna says that everybody sarvabhutana mudeshu tishtati. Because of sense gratification. They lost sense gratification. They is covered. Maya javanikachanam. They are in Maya, captivated by Maya. They are thinking that, I am this Lord. I am the Supreme Lord. I want to enjoy, lord it over the material nature. Because I am the Lord and I can lord it over the material nature. Eha samahitam jogam. Samahita, they are samahita, they are deluded. They cannot see. Just like a person who is ghostly hunted, he cannot recognize his father, his mother, his ear. Similarly, a person who is haunted by Maya, he cannot. He cannot see the Lord. He cannot realize, understand the Lord. He cannot see the Lord. We have to bring it back to his original position. That is Krishna consciousness. Sometimes the ghost haunted person was cured by the chanting process, mantra. Similarly, here the mantra called Hare Krishna mantra, Maha mantra, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. By chanting is the process of removing the ghost haunted, Maya haunted jiva. Pisachi paile jiva, mati channa hoye. Pisachi paila, just like ghost haunted people, his mati, his mind has been deluded. He cannot see. Similarly, he cannot see, but by the process of chanting, he can be reinstate his original position. So here Krishna says that they cannot see me, although I am inside the heart, because they are Maya hunted. Maya javanikachanam. They are covered by the fog. Beautiful verses by Krishna. So, and another very nice verses Bhagavatam in this reference. Prabhupada has given very nicely this one. My Lord, you are fully situated in everyone's heart, but the living entity covered by the material body cannot see you, for they are influenced by the external energy connected by three modes of material nature. Their intelligence being covered by Sattva-guna, Rajaguna, Tamaguna. They cannot see only the action reaction of these three modes of material nature. Because of the action reaction of the modes of ignorance, whether living entity are awake or sleeping, they can only working of material nature. They cannot see your Lordship. See? Very wonderful. Bang on. So this is beautiful verses where it is said that it's not easy to see the Lord. because we are conducted by modes. We are under the modes of material nature. Yaha samahitam jivam. Yaha samahitam jivam trigunaatmakam. Vasudev is speaking very nicely. Samahita atmanam trigunaatmakam. So why we cannot see? Because due to this external energy, the living entity, although transcendental to the three modes of material, thinking himself as a material product, does undergo a reaction of material nature. We do not know, we are thinking that I am the body. We do not know our constitutional position as a soul, and I have got an eternal relationship with my master, Supreme Master Krishna. Therefore, we cannot see. Although he is inside the heart, outside everywhere, every atom, ekapyaso rachaitam jagadanda koti, kittirasti jagadanda chayandantaha, andantarasta paramanu chayantram. Brahma Samhita, Brahma is praying, even in the atom, the Lord is there. But still we cannot see. Maya Javanika Achakam. So very important verses, we should understand it very different way. So how the Krishna is realized? By the qualification. Unless we are qualified, we cannot see even a personality like big personality. Similarly, we need to have a qualification. Here it is saying that what is the qualification? Who can see that? Tatha paramhansanam muninam amalatmanam bhakti yoga vidhanartham katham pashyam mahistriyaha. You yourself listen to propagate the transcendental science of devotional service unto the heart of advanced transcendentalist, mental speculator, who are purified by being able to discriminate between the matter and spirit. How then can women know you perfectly? This is very nice. Now Kunti Devi is revealing who can realize you, who can see you. Tatha Paramahansanam, Paramahansa. Hansa and two things, Hansa and crow. Hansa means they are always like to swan. Swan means devotees. So they are called Paramahansa. Muninam means the thoughtful or mental speculator. Amalatmanam. Amalatmanam means they are all free from the dirty things. They have no sense gratification. But materialistic person is full of dirty things. Lust, anger, greed. So they cannot. That cover the heart. To see the Lord, it is stated in Brahma Samhita that Premanjana Churita Bhakti Bilochanena Santa Sadeva. Our heart has to be, our eyes has to be saturated with love of Godhead. But when our heart is so dirty and covered with so much dirty things, amalam, malam means dirty, amalam means free of dirty, then we cannot see. Those who are amalatmanam, free from all the things, the muni thoughtful person, the paramansam, they can easily see the Lord. Because the Maya Javanika Achanam is not there. The cotton is not there. Cotton is not there. Just like Arjuna, yesterday we are giving classes universal form. Arjuna could see the Lord's 200 400 universal form because Arjuna is a devotee. Lord has certified that because you are devotee and I am giving you that you can see me. Lord say in these beautiful verses, Bhaktya tu anannaya sakhya aham eva vidyarjuna gyantum dastum cha tattena praveshtum cha parantapa. My dear Arjuna, only by undivided devotional service can I be understood as I am, standing before you. Can God be seen directly? Only in this way can you enter into my mystery of my understanding. So Lord says that anannaya, bhaktya, those are bhakti, undivided devotional service. They have reserved the right to see. Otherwise nobody can see the Lord. There's a beautiful verses is there in Madhya that it say that this Mudha cannot, but how devotee on the contrary they can see everywhere. This is the conversation between Ramananda Rai and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu at the bank of river bank of Godavari, at the bank of river Godavari. So during this conversation, so there was a topics, what is the ultimate goal of life, In that conversation, so Rai Ramananda Rai is immediately understood after the conversation. The Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is the Supreme Lord. So in this regard, there is a beautiful verse. Stavara jangama dekhe na dekhe tara murti sarvatto hoy nija ishtadeva smriti. So Mahabhagavata, the advanced devotee, certainly see everything mobile immobile, but he does not exactly see their form. Rather, everywhere he immediately see manifest the form of Supreme Lord. They know the Supreme Lord. Advanced devotee, they easily know Supreme Lord. It is stated in this Bhagavatam also that those who are very pure devotee, they can see everywhere the Krishna. For them, Krishna cannot be hide. सर्वभूतेषु च पश्यत् भगवत भावमात्मनः भूतानि भगवती आत्मानि एष भागवतोत्तमः. She Havish said, the most advanced devotee can see within everything the soul of soul, the Supreme Personality of God, Sri Krishna. Consequently, he sees systematically everything in relation to Supreme Lord, understand everything that exists is eternally situated within the Lord. So here it is said that everything, the pure devotee, they see the Lord. Therefore, it is Kunti Devi telling who can see Paramansanam, Amalatmanam, Muni, they can see the Lord because they are free from material desire. The devotee means free from no more desire. All other people cannot see. The karmi, yogi, all they cannot see the Lord because they have some desire. The jnani and all, after so many births, jnani can see. They have some desire. Yamam pasyanti sarvatra sarvanchamai pasyanti tassamna pranasami sachaname pranasati. So Krishna said, for one who sees me everywhere and sees everything in me, I am never lost, nor he is ever lost to me. A person in Krishna consciousness certainly sees the Lord Krishna everywhere. He sees everything in Krishna. Such a person may appear to see all separate manifestations of material nature, but in each and every instant, conscious of Krishna, knowing that everything is the manifestation of Krishna energy. So they can see the Lord. Premanjana Churita Bhakti Vilochanena Santa Sadeva Hudesu. So Premanjana Churita means this who is always seen by the devotee whose eyes are anointed with this pulp of love. When you develop the love for Krishna, easily we can recognize the Krishna. Krishna cannot hide the devotee. That is not possible. There is a beautiful verses is there in this regard. नारायणमयं धीर पश्यन्ति परमार्थिनः जगद्धनमयं लुब्धा कामुक कामिना कामिनीमयम्. A devotee see everyone, everything in relationship with Narayana. Narayanamaya. Everything is an expansion of Narayana energy. Just as those who are greedy see everything is the source of money making. Those who are lusty see everything as a being of conducive to sex. See, the most perfect devotee Prahlad saw the Narayana even within the stone column. See, Prahlad Maharaj, he saw the Lord because they can easily see the Lord. Krishna cannot cover the devotee. They can easily see. But non-devotee, Krishna say that, no. Mudhadrisa, nalakyam mudhadrisa. Mudha, the fools, they cannot see me. But here, Kunti Devi is very submissive. He telling, Katham pasyami striya, how can a woman know me? Of course, he is now, Kunti Devi position is like a very exalted devotee. The prayers is so profound. Is the level of Devaki and Jashoda Maya. But he is submissive, very humble. He is thinking, I am just an ordinary woman. Of course, ordinary woman cannot see. Unless he takes up the devotional service, it is difficult. Sri Sudra Nayam, what is that verse? Mami Partha Vyapasrita. Striya Sudra Tatha Vaisya. So, I can be approached, but if they take up this devotional service. Otherwise, ordinary Sri, Sudra and all, they cannot approach me. Devotees different. But ordinary woman cannot. So he is telling that, how can I see you as an ordinary woman? It's very difficult to know the Krishna for an ordinary woman, the Sudras and all the things. Therefore, there is a verse, it is said that, Striya Sudra Dijabandhunam. For the sake of Stri, Sudra, Dijabandhu means those who are uh, those who are born in Brahmana family but no qualification, for them this Mahabharata has been compiled. So that, there's a politics, sociology. For them is a very easy way to understand this. Otherwise, Krishna is very difficult to understand by the ordinary women, Sudras and Vaishyas. Then Kunti Devi is continuing his prayer, identification of Krishna. Who is Krishna? Krishnaya Vasudevaya Devaki Nandanaya cha Nanda Gopakumaraya Govindaya Namo Nama. Let me therefore offer my obeisance unto the Lord who has become son of Vasudev, pleasure of Devaki, the boy of Nanda, the other cowherd man Vrindavan, the enlivener of cows and senses. See here the identification of Krishna, because Krishnaya Vasudevaya. Another meaning of Vasudeva is that he is all pervading, unlimited. How can one know me? Kunti Devi in last verse is telling a woman cannot know me, but is because of his humility, but actually she knows Krishna. Not only she knows Krishna, she helps us to know Krishna. Because Krishna is all pervading personality. Krishna Vasudeva means all pervading supreme truth. He is revealing to us who is that all pervading supreme truth. He is Devaki Nandana, is the son of Devaki, or pleasure of Devaki. Nanda Gopakumaraya, the boy of Nanda and other cowherd men of Vrindavan. Govindaya Nama Namaha. He is the pleasure of enlivener of cows and senses. Govinda means enlivener, give pleasure. So he is now revealing that all pervading supreme truth, Krishna, to us. Otherwise, to know Krishna is very difficult. Very difficult to know. There is no question of knowing. Even Brahmaji is praying very nicely that one may say, I know Krishna, but as far as I am concerned, I do not know Krishna. There are beautiful verses in 10th, 1438 of Bhagavatam. Janati eva janatu kim bhuktya name prabho manaso bapusya bacha vaibham tavacha gochara tava gochara. There are people who say, I know everything about Krishna, let them think that way. As far as I am concerned, I do not wish to speak very much about this matter. Oh my Lord, let me say this much. As far as your opulences are concerned, they are all beyond the reach of my mind, body, was. So Brahma himself telling is beyond my body, mind, I cannot know you. Lord Shiva also is praying the same way, that I cannot know you, my Lord. O my Lord, I who am considered to the best of the demigod, and Lord Brahma and great rishis headed by Marichi are born of mode of goodness. Nonetheless, we are bewildered by your illusory energy, cannot understand what is creation is. Aside from us, what is to be said of others like demons, human beings who are in the base mode of material nature, Rajaguna, Tamaguna. How will they know you? Lord Brahma, Lord Shiva, such a personality they do not know. The demigods also do not know. But Kunti Devi is a devotee. He is now helping us. He knows the identification of the Supreme Lord. Although he is humbly saying that how can women know, but he knows. She knows the supreme position. Not only knows, he is helping us. Otherwise, how to know for like ordinary human being, the Krishna, this all-pervading personality Krishna, what is his identification? So these are very nice, beautiful verses. The next verses is now praying the Lord, Namapang, attribute of the Lord. Namapankaja Navaya, Namapankaja Malini, Namapankaja Netraya, Namaste Pankajangraya. My respectful obeisance are unto you, O Lord, whose abdomen is marked with a depression like a lotus flower, who are always decorated with garlands of lotus flower, whose garland is as cool as the lotus, and whose feet are engraved with lotus. So it's very nice. Lotus called Pankaja. Panka means mod. Jaw means birth. Pankaja means the which is born from the mod. That is called lotus flower. Lotus flower is very, very beautiful flower. So as soon as we remember lotus flower, we should remember Krishna. Because Krishna, everything here described the Krishnas, your eyes, your abdomen. He's starting with abdomen, not the toes, because he's aunt after all. No. So he's telling Nama Pankaja Nabhaya, Nama Pankaja Maline, Nama Pankaja Natra. So everything about you, is engraved like a lotus flower. This is a reference with lotus flower. Krishna's Kunti Devi described this with reference to lotus flower. Another meaning of Pankaja Nabhaya means then when the Garbhodakasaya Vishnu, the Brahma was born from the lotus flower, the origin of creation, navel. Therefore it is called Pankaja Nabhaya also. So in this way, Kunti Devi is remembering Krishna. So as soon as we remember lotus, see the lotus feet, we should remember. Remembrance is very, very important to advance in Krishna consciousness. And this remembrance of the Krishna cannot be accomplished without Sravanam, Punya Sravanam Kirtanam. Sinvatam Sokatha Krishna Punya Sravanam Kirtana. By process of hearing and chanting, we can meditate of Krishna, how Krishna looks. Nama Pankaja Nabhaya, Nama Pankaja Maline, Nama Pankaja Netraya, Namaste Pankaja Angraya. In this way, we should proceed to remember the Krishna by his beautiful attribute, beautiful form, attribute, paraphernalia like this. So we will, with the last verses, we will stop here. We will continue with the part 2. There's a beautiful verses, how important remembrance is. There's a beautiful verses. It is say that a moment of forgetfulness of the God is the greatest loss, greatest anomaly. This is very nice verse. Sahan Vishnu Purana it is written. Sahanistam mahachidram samaho sacha vibrama yan muhurtam khyano papi vasudevam na chintayat. Sahanistam mahachidra. Even for a moment remembrance of Vasudeva, the Supreme Personality of Godhead is missed. That is the greatest law, that is the greatest illusion, that is the greatest anomaly. So in this way, Lord Kunti Devi is continuing to pray the Lord, was offering prayer to the Lord by remembering his lotus feet, his lotus navel, his lotus eyes, lotus garland, like this. So thank you very much. We will continue with this Kunti Devi prayer in our next session. Hare Krishna, Gantra Srim Bhagavatam ki jai, Nitai Gaura Hari.